More than 700 people have been arrested in Britain and tens of millions of pounds have been seized after the police infiltrated a top-secret communication system used by criminal gangs.
Chiswick, Hainault, Tottenham Hale, Brent Cross, Hornsey. Officers from the Organised Crime Partnership, the joint NCA and Metropolitan Police unit, moving through properties that have been under surveillance for months. Cash in bags, cocaine in holdalls, ledgers recording drug deals worth millions that nobody was supposed to know about. And by the time the arrests are logged, the phones are seized and the first suspects are in custody across the Channel in Calais, across the Adriatic in Douro. Other members of the same network are already in motion, not fleeing justice, regrouping. Because for the most sophisticated Albanian organised crime groups operating in Britain in 2026, an arrest is not the end of a network. It is an inventory event. This is what Britain's most sustained law enforcement campaign against a single nationality's criminal infrastructure looks like from the inside. The strikes are real, the arrests are real, the deportation flights are real. And the Albanian drug empire, active according to the NCA's own 2026 National Strategic Assessment in almost all parts of the United Kingdom, is not vaporized by any of it. It is damaged, disrupted, reduced, and in some operations genuinely dismantled. But the architecture that built it, the routes, the contacts, the community networks, the financial infrastructure flowing hundreds of millions of pounds back to Tirana every year, has survived every operation thrown at it so far. That's why British Front Media exists. Subscribe now, because what follows is the complete picture. Reason number 1. A Home Office legal document described Albanian organised crime groups as an acute threat to the UK and highly prevalent across serious and organised crime, while the NCA confirmed they are active in almost all parts of the country. This is not an opposition claim. This is a government assessment. A Home Office legal document characterised Albanian organised crime groups as an acute threat to the UK and highly prevalent across serious and organised crime. The NCA's former Deputy Director Tom Dowdall stated that Albanian criminal gangs are operating at the higher end of sophistication and involved in drug smuggling, firearms trafficking, and often violent and serious organised crime. And the NCA's 2026 National Strategic Assessment confirmed that Albanian drug organised crime groups are now active in almost all parts of the United Kingdom. Not London, not major cities, almost all parts. From the OCP's dawn raids on London addresses to cannabis farms in Coventry nightclubs, to cocaine networks in Brighton, to stash houses in the northeast, the geographic reach of Albanian organised crime in Britain in 2026 is wider than it has ever been. And the NCA's senior intelligence manager confirmed the reason in a single assessment. They operate an end-to-end business model. They have a reputation for reliability, a good quality product, good purity, punctual. Reason number 2. The OCP arrested 3 men and seized 250 kilograms of cocaine, while a separate operation charged 4 Albanian nationals after £340,000 in cash and £400,000 in cocaine was found across London and Essex. These are the operations that the raids in this script sit alongside. Officers from the Organised Crime Partnership, the NCA and Met's Joint Specialist Unit, arrested 3 men and seized 250 kilograms of cocaine, with a street value of approximately £20 million in a single operation. And in a separate OCP investigation, 4 suspected members of an Albanian organised crime group were charged with money laundering and drug supply offences after £340,000 in cash and cocaine worth £400,000 was seized across addresses in Chiswick, Hainault and Essex. Officers found £100,000 in a bag on Cambridge Road, North Chiswick, a further £140,000 in cash and a cutting agent at a Hainault property, 4 kilograms of cocaine and another £100,000 at a 4th address. OCP Operations Manager Matt Macmillan confirmed the context. These were large cash seizures with the ability to cause serious disruption to serious and organised crime. The disruption was real. The network those addresses were part of did not close. It had redundancy built in. Reason number 3, Albanian criminal networks in Britain have developed a method called selling the work. When an associate is arrested, their phone and contacts are sold to rivals for up to £100,000, keeping the supply chain intact within days. This is the structural feature that separates Albanian organised crime from most other criminal networks operating in Britain. And it explains why individual raids, however large, do not collapse the enterprise. When an Albanian gang member is arrested, police seize their phone, which contains valuable contacts and business information. However, if police fail to secure the device quickly, gang associates step in and sell the phone and its contacts for as much as £100,000. The dismantled network does not dissolve. Its infrastructure is auctioned. A rival or successor group purchases the customer list, the supplier contacts, and the distribution architecture. The arrested individual goes to prison. The network continues. Despite hundreds of arrests and successful convictions since 2005, new groups have quickly emerged to take the place of dismantled ones. The OCP knows this. The NCA knows this. It is why the strategic focus has shifted from individual arrests toward asset denial, money laundering prosecution, and removal, taking the person, the money, and the residency status simultaneously. Reason number 4, Bujar Kosminka, convicted in 2012, deported, then re-arrested in 2021 with £300,000 in cash and evidence of 100 kilograms of cocaine worth £8 million, is the most documented case of what deported Albanian criminals do next. This case defines the entire deportation strategy's most fundamental problem. Bujar Kosminka was convicted of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs in 2012, sentenced to 21 months, and deported back to Albania. He re-entered Britain illegally. He was arrested again in May 2021 as part of an NCA investigation. Officers found £300,000 in cash at 2 properties he had used for drug deals in Wembley and Islington. He had purchased and supplied 100 kilograms of cocaine with a wholesale value of £3.5 million and a street value of around £8 million, and laundered £2.5 million of criminal cash. Investigators also found ledgers recording drug deals worth almost £2 million. The NCA's senior investigating officer, Andrew Tickner, said individuals like Kosminka think they are above the law. The deportation flight is not by itself a deterrent when the financial incentive of returning outweighs any obstacle placed in the way. And the same network that trafficked workers into cannabis farms was documented reclaiming a deported individual, jailing him, deporting him, and then trafficking him back to the UK when he returned to them. The criminal organisation did not lose him, it reclaimed him. Reason number 5. Albanians represent 13% of all foreign national prisoners in England and Wales, the single largest nationality. And Britain has deported nearly 1,000 Albanian foreign national offenders since the 2021 returns agreement, with prisoner transfer flights continuing. Britain has built a legal removal architecture specifically scaled to the Albanian threat. The UK-Albania prisoner transfer agreement, signed in 2021 and in force from May 2022, has enabled the removal of nearly 1,000 Albanian foreign national offenders, including individuals who crossed the channel illegally. A 2023 expanded arrangement transferred 200 Albanian nationals serving sentences of 4 years or more directly to Albanian prisons. In 2023, Albanians represented 37% of all foreign national offender returns from the UK, the single largest national group removed, with the government attributing the significant fall in the Albanian prison population to those returns. One removal flight carried 27 offenders with combined sentences of more than 87 years, including individuals jailed for 20 years and 7 years for Class A drug supply. Those flights are real, the sentences are real, and Albanians remain 13% of all foreign national prisoners in England and Wales, the largest non-British nationality in the prison estate, because for everyone removed, the network that employed them has already recruited a replacement. Reason number 6. Academic research estimates the Albanian cocaine industry costs Britain approximately £6 billion per year, with hundreds of millions in criminal proceeds flowing to Albania annually. and Europol confirmed a major Albanian OCG was operating across Europe with assets including a tourist resort and multiple villas as recently as September 2025. This is the financial scale that contextualizes every arrest, every deportation flight, every ledger recovered from a Wembley flat. Research drawing on NCA data estimates that the Albanian cocaine industry in the UK costs approximately £6 billion per year through law enforcement intervention and money laundering alone. In 2022, the NCA estimated hundreds of millions of pounds a year was leaving Britain for Albania, derived from cannabis farms and cocaine trafficking, and confirmed the amount was only increasing. That money flows into construction projects, banking systems, and property in Albania, cleaning drug revenue into legitimate assets across the Adriatic, while the British legal system processes the arrests at the operational end. And the reach is not confined to Britain. In September 2025, Europol announced the takedown of an internationally active Albanian organised crime network engaged in cocaine trafficking. 10 arrests, 15 search warrants, and the seizure of real estate including a tourist resort, villas, apartments, land plots, vehicles, and shares in companies valued at several million euros. One network, one operation, a tourist resort. The money from British cocaine streets does not stay in bags. It builds resorts in Albania that Europol has to seize 6 years after the dealing that funded them. So here is where Britain stands in July 2026. Albanian organised crime groups active in almost all parts of the United Kingdom. An acute threat confirmed by the Home Office's own legal assessments. The OCP seizing 250 kilograms in a single operation. 4 men charged after £340,000 in cash and £400,000 in cocaine found across London and Essex. Bujar Kosminka, convicted, deported, returned, re-arrested with £300,000 in cash and a ledger. Nearly 1,000 Albanian foreign national offenders removed since 2021. Deportation flights continuing. Prison transfer agreements in force. 13% of every foreign national prisoner in England and Wales Albanian. £6 billion in annual cost to Britain. Hundreds of millions draining to Tirana annually. A tourist resort in Albania seized by Europol in September 2025, and a selling the work model that ensures the phone and its contacts survive every arrest, every raid, and every flight back to Durrës. Britain is striking. The strikes are landing. The empire absorbs them, auctions its own wreckage, and opens for business the following week. Subscribe to British Front Media.